race fans, welcome to Volusia Speedway Park. It's night 3 of Florida Speedweeks. Last night, the winner of this beautiful silver number 11, Kevin Gobrecht. Way to go, Kevin.
Thanks a lot.
What was the key?
Well, one was a time trial and getting to start up front. I'm just my first year down here, and the first night we just time trialed bad 18th. We got in the show pretty easy because we started in front of our heat. Last night we time trialed good, which put up front in the feature, but we had to come through the B, which gave me more track time. But the starting positions, everything here, the momentum of the track, and everything, it's just hard to come up through. I know there's a lot of fast cars that got stuck in the back, and I was just fortunate enough to be up front.
Last year, you ran quite a few races with the All-Stars. How about doing that again this year?
Well, we're going to hit on and off. My deal is with Zemco isn't a full-time deal. Billy's our main driver. I get to do special shows like the All-Stars and the Outlaws. So whichever one's in town or close to Pennsylvania, we're going to do that. So I'm going to be doing quite a few All-Star races, just not the whole deal.
Yeah, but if you keep on winning like you did last night, you might be able to drive this thing all the time.
We'd like to, but Billy's the more experienced driver, and he definitely has a better record than I do right now. Upcoming, I still have a lot of rough edges. Right now, we seem to be working pretty good as a team. We get information off each other. I know he doesn't like when I win. I don't like when he wins because we're both want to be winners. So there's competition there, but I think it's going to work out pretty good. As long as your crew can keep up with us and we don't really tear up a lot of equipment, it looks like a good season.
I know John likes racing, so as long as you're winning, I think it might work out for you.
Yeah, I think the pressure's going to be on me and Billy because, John's actually doing a good job getting us equipment, so we better make it fun for him, so we got to keep doing good.
Alrighty, well, the weather's nice down here, and I'm enjoying it. You enjoy the rest of the time.
Thank you.
The driver of the Chris Black Massey Incorporated, number 1, Danny Lasowski. Last year he won 3 out of the 4. What do you think your chances of doing that and maybe a little bit better are this year?
Well, we sure like to repeat, but you know as well as I do, there's a lot of competition down here during speed weeks, and we were just real fortunate last year to have a good combination together, but we're going to hope for the best.
You did good here, and then you finally did good at that race that you wanted to win. That was pretty nice, wasn't it?
Well, the Knoxville Nationals was probably the highlight of my racing career and probably the single most important day of my life racing. That was, it's the exception to have my son last summer. But we're looking forward to a good year with the Beef Packers and hope we can win a couple races.
How important is it for you to come down here and get these laps in this car towards what you do to the rest of the scene?
Well, it's all together different cars. It's a flop tube Eagle. They're both Eagles that I drive, but Chris Black gets to race just a limited schedule, and anytime I'm free, I sure like to race with him.
You were jonesing to be racing after the winner, right?
Absolutely, I'm ready to go.
Alrighty, well, thanks a lot, and good luck here at Volusia.
Thank you much.
This year, the new driver of the United Express Line U2, Paul McMahon. Welcome to Volusia.
Thank you, I really appreciate it. It's a lot of fun to be here this week with the nice weather we've been having.
What's the deal with the U2 this year? What are you going to do?
Right now we're going to run with the All-Stars and through Florida Speedweek, then we're going to head out west to run the Outlaws until the All-Stars start back up, and then we're going to run probably most of the All-Star schedule.
Rookie of the year for you?
Well, that's what we're shooting for. I'm not really a rookie, but they kind of want to put me in that place right now. So if we run well enough and we win the Rookie of the Year, that'd be an honor. But it's nothing that we're here to win racing. We talk about winning the championship, what we really like to do.
All right, as far as championships, you ran with NARC for a while. Do you have a championship out there?
No, only championship I ever won out in California was the Calistoga Track Championship. We finished second 3 years in California, came close a couple times, but never really finished the season off the way we started, so we kind of fell off. And hopefully this year with Warren and Mike Cool as my mechanic, we can stay right on top of everything and win a championship for Warren this year.
Well, you've got 2 nights under your belt so far. Everything's getting lined up. What do you think about tonight?
We didn't draw the best number tonight, but we're right in the middle, and we're sorting the race car out. We got new cars this year with Stealth chassis, and last year they ran Bill Meltz. And being only second night working with Mike, we've been in the race each night, and this is one of the toughest races they got besides probably maybe the Knoxville Nationals. So if we can keep continuously running, making the main event, I'm sure we'll get better and hopefully get up front.
Alrighty, well, thanks a lot, and good luck.
Thank you.
Jeff Shepard out in car number 4J from Upperco, Maryland. Jeff Shepard. Huh? 14,286. the first lap for Jeff Shepard. 14.384 his second time. This is Terry McCarl out of Pleasant Hill, Iowa. Terry McCarl out of Pleasant Hill, Iowa. It's an Eagle chassis. Terry McCarl. 14.540, the first lap for Terry McCarl. A little quicker, 14.449 his second lap. This is Dale Blaney out of Hartford, Ohio in car number 93. Dale Blaney out of Hartford, Ohio in car number 93, the Amoco sponsored car. Dale Blaney. 14.718, the first lap for Dale Blaney. This is Breezy Whitworth out of Queen City, Missouri in car number 96. Breezy Whitworth. It's a Maxim chassis. He is the owner of the car. 14.749. 14.749, the first lap for Breezy Whitworth. 14.639, Breezy Whitworth. This is Bill Robertson in car number 16. Bill Robertson out of Ashland, Nebraska. It's a J&J chassis. Bill Robertson. 15.180, the first lap for Bill Robertson. 15.077. This is Brian Ellenberger out of Butler, Pennsylvania. Another J&J chassis, Brian Ellenberger from Butler, Pennsylvania. 14.794, the first lap for Brian Ellenberger. 14.690. Danny, the Dude Lasowski out of Higginsville, Missouri in car number 1L. Danny Lasowski, an Eagle chassis, the CJB motor. Danny Lasowski. 14.201, the first lap for Danny Lasowski. 14.098 is second lap. 14.098 first qualifier. Danny Lasowski, the top qualifier so far. This is Danny Smith out of Danville, Indiana in car number 92. Danny Smith, Cheney chassis. 14.404, the first lap for Danny Smith. 14.453 his second lap. 14.453 his second lap. Jeff Barnhart. Jeff bent a couple of push rods last night a little bit early, repaired those, and back to work already. So Jeff Barnhart with a few minor problems, nothing serious. Some of the guys like to say change motors. He only had to work on the push rods. .15.472, the first lap for Jeff Barnhart. 15.477 should be fast Freddie Raymer coming out in car number 77 out of Salfordville, Pennsylvania. This guy's a track champion over in Pennsylvania. Lincoln going after all sorts of records. Fast Freddie chassis. Red Raymer. The first lap for Freddie Raymer. .14.475. Henry Holbrook Jr. out of Columbus, Ohio, the owner of the car. It's an Eagle chassis. Dean Jacobs. 14.334. 14.334, the first lap for Dean Jacobs. 14.385, his second lap. Larry Pittiger in car number 11L should be our next qualifier. Larry Pittiger out of Des Moines, Iowa. Larry Pittiger. 14.687, the first lap for Larry Pittiger. .15.578. Billy Pouch out of Frenchtown, New Jersey in car number 1Z. Billy Pouch, Zemco Speed, the owner of the car. It's a Maxim chassis. Billy Pouch. 14.389, the first lap for Billy Pouch. 14.260. 14.260 was that second lap for Billy Pouch. This is Jimmy Mohan out of Springfield, Illinois at car number 1M. Jimmy Mohan. 14.966, 14.966, the first lap for Jimmy Mohan. 14.771, his second lap, 14.771. This is Joe Gurney out of Rochester, Indiana, in car number 8H. Joe Gurney. Henry Holbrook Jr., the owner of this car as well. Joe Gurney. 14.371. 14.371, the first lap for Joe Gurney. 14.310, a little bit quicker the second lap. 14.310. Jack Honshield out of Worcester, Ohio in car number 22. Jack Honshield. 14.752. 14.752, the first lap for Jack Honshield. 14.703. 14.703. This is Bobby Smith in car number 8S from Canby, Indiana. Competition chassis. Bobby Smith, Canby, Indiana. 15.201. 15.201, the first lap for Bobby Smith. 15.439, the second lap. 15.439. This is Lance DeWeese. Lance DeWeese out of Mount Alto, Pennsylvania, in car number 461. Lance DeWeese. 14.201, 14.228. 14.228, the first lap for Lance Deweese. 14.059, the fastest qualifier. 5.9. That's 14.059, the fastest qualifier this evening, Lance Deweese. Todd Schaefer out of Millertown, Pennsylvania, car number 88, Todd Schaefer. 14.622. 14.622, the first lap for Todd Schaefer. 14.439. This is Mike Frost out of Zion, Illinois, in car number 88F. Mike Frost, Zion, Illinois. To Eagle Chassis. 14.607. 14.607, the first lap for Mike Frost. 14.419. Joey Saldana come out and the wing is crushed. Joey Saldana in car number 17 should be our next qualifier. The side wing collapsed. So he's pulling back in. He will get one more lap to qualify as I understand it. So Joey Saldana, the side board, collapsed on that car number 17. He pulled in on the back strip. He'll get one more lap. Coming out of turn number 4, that always scrubs off a little bit of your time. You get up in the soft stuff during these qualifying runs, you'll scrub off a little bit of your qualifying time. .15.867. 15.867, first lap for Brian Carlson. 15.544. 15.544, his second lap. This is Johnny Mackison Jr. out of York, Pennsylvania. Johnny Mackison Jr. out of York, PA. This is his first night of racing. Just got here this afternoon. 14.758. 14.758, the first lap for Johnny Mackison Jr. 14.626, his second lap. Gary Wright out of Hook, Texas in car number 9. Gary Wright running a Salina engine. It's a combination of 3 builders. 14.212. 14.212, the first lap for Gary Wright. 14.095, the second fastest qualifier. 14.095, Gary Wright, the second fastest qualifier out of Malabar, Florida, Kenny Adams. Kenny Adams in 88A. 14.571. 14.571, the first lap for Kenny Adams. 14.510. Jamie Chesson, Barberville, New Jersey. This is Jamie Chesson out of Bar Hills, New Jersey in car number 22. Jamie Chesson. 14.051. 14.051, the fastest qualifier. 13.954. 13.954 for Jamie Chesson. That has certainly got to be a track record for Volusia Park Speedway. Jared Hall out of Sykeston, Missouri in car number 51. Jared Hall. 14.794. 14.794, the first lap for Jared Hall. 14.789, the second lap for Jared Hall. 14.789. This is Kenny Jacobs out of Holmesville, Ohio, in car number 21G. Kenny Jacobs, the first time in this car ever. 14.437. 14.437. Not bad for the first time ever in this car. 14.529 is second lap. This is Paul McMahon out of Orville, California. Paul McMahon, Orville, California, in car number U2. 14.955. 14.955, the first lap for Paul McMahon. 14.659 is second lap. 14.659. This is John Bankston out of Beaumont, Texas, in car number 8, John Bankston. They changed the motor in this car today. Done an awful lot of work on it. John Bankston. 14.573. 14.573, the first lap for Johnny Bankston. 15.118. Greg Hodnett. Greg's had a pretty good tour for February. .141. 14.141, the first lap for Greg Hodnett. 14.091, the second lap. 14.091. This is Rodney Duncan from Columbus, Ohio, in car number 22D, Rodney Duncan. 14.574. 14.574, the first lap for Rodney Duncan. 14.433. This is P.J. Chesson out of Bar Hills, New Jersey, in car number 76. P.J. Chesson. 14.054. 14.054, the first lap for P.J. Chesson. This is Kelly Kinzer out of Bloomington, Indiana, in car number 4K. Kelly Kinzer. 14.511. 14.511, the first lap for Kelly Kinzer. 14.402. Tim Schaefer out of Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, in car number 55. Tim Schaefer. Done a lot of work on that race car this week. 14.667. 14.667, the first lap for Tim Schaefer. 14.551 is second lap. This is Butch Schroeder out of Leipzig, Ohio. Butch Schroeder from Leipzig, Ohio. They've been chasing this car all week trying to get it to handle. Butch Schroeder. 14.165, the first lap for Butch Schroeder. 15.197 his second lap. 15.197. This is Leonard Lee out of Milo, Iowa in car number 16L. Leonard worked on that car all day as well at the motel. Leonard Lee, Milo, Iowa. 14.845. 14.845, the first lap for Leonard Lee. 14.961 his second lap. 14.961. This is Greg Wilson out of Benton Ridge, Ohio, in that car number 63, a Ford-powered sprint car. Greg Wilson. 15.442. 15.442, the first lap for Greg Wilson. 15.640 was the second lap for Greg Wilson. This is Robbie Standridge out of Springfield, Illinois, in car number 2S. Robbie Standridge. 15.266. 15.266, the first lap for Robbie Standridge. 15.225, the second lap for Robbie Standridge. Kevin the Pup Huntley out of Bloomington, Indiana, in car number 7H, a former All-Star champion, Kevin Huntley. 14.551, the first lap for Kevin Huntley. 14.551. 14.350. This is Frankie Kerr out of Fremont, Ohio. Frankie Kerr out of Fremont, Ohio, in car number 23S. And congratulations to Stan Schaub and Frankie Kerr. Been together 10 years with that car. 14.097. 14.097, the first lap for Frankie Kerr. 14.085. 14.085 for Frankie Kerr. This is Bob Felmley out of Franklin, Pennsylvania. Bob Felmley in car number 6 out of Franklin, Pennsylvania. Track champion over in that Pennsylvania area, Pittsburgh. 14.405. 14.405, the first lap for Bob Felmley. 14.297. 14.297, the second lap for Bob Felmley out of Franklin, PA. This is Joe Rowe out of Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin. Joe Rowe, a 7-time IRA champion. Joe Rowe. 14.593. 14.593, the first lap for Joe Rowe. 14.698. 8 laps. About ready to get the hammer down as they come through 3 to be and accelerate just a little bit now. We got it going. And look at that. Boy, I'll tell you, Terry McCall got out there early in that car number 24. Terry McCall down the Shepard lost a tire there in that car number 4J and lost the lead. So tough luck for Jeff Shepard out of Upper Co, Maryland in that car number 4J. Got the cone on the front stretch, you notice. Most of them have them on the back stretch. We got the cone on the front stretch now. And they got to take off. The final leader. Cannot pass or hit that cone. Duncan now being challenged by Hodnett for that number 2 spot now. Duncan and Hodnett. Hodnett takes over the number 2 spot with Rodney Duncan. Jerry McCarl in car number 24 continues to lead this one, but Greg Hodnett's going right out after him. That car number 12. Duncan back to front now in 22. And we've got a call. White flag lap. That was a white flag lap, so we don't have a whole lot of time, and I don't think that Hodnett can catch him. So Terry McCarl comes home with a big win in car number 24. Hodnett is second, Duncan is third. Jim Lewis, and then Kevin Huntley in car number 7. Terry McCarl. Greg Hodnett finishing in that second spot. Rodney Duncan in car number 22, finishing third. I think Fred Raymer had more feature wins last year than anybody in the nation. Like I mentioned a little earlier, Dale Blaney was working on the motor quite a bit. They had a little bit of a stumbling problem with the acceleration, and I believe they got that ironed out the way that started. Look, there it goes. There it goes. Blaney in 93, another time. Blaney in 93, looking at Kelly Kinzer in car number 4K down on the bottom. Kinzer in 4K goes into the number 2 spot now. Raymer back to third now in car number 77. While Dale Blaney continues to lead it. Finley now moves in on Raymer. Finley is just past Raymer to go into that third spot. Raymer back to fourth now in car number 77. Dale Blaney continues to lead this one. Kelly Kinzer, Bob Finley, Fred Raymer. Now Raymer tries to come right back around Finley, but Finley holds on to that number 3 spot. We've got one on the front stretch. Breezy Whitworth in car number 96, the reason for this caution flag. Down on the track, and probably a lot of these crew chiefs had a lot of fun. I noticed some of the drivers going out to check it out earlier when the modifieds were running. We've got the hammer down another time. And Dale Blaney takes off. Billy Kinzer in 4K follows him through. Then Bob Finley in car number 6 now, trying to put the pressure on Kelly Kinzer for that number 2 spot. Bob Finley high on the outside. Finley in car number 6, trying to go down to Kelly Kinzer, holds on to the number 2 spot. Dale Blaney continues to lead this one. Kelly Kinzer in 4K running second. Bob Finley is third in car number 6. Then it's Fred Raymer in 77. In 9, and Chester in 76. Dale Blaney out of turn number 4 and down the front stretch is your leader. Kelly Kinzer in 4K, Finley in 6, Raymer in 77, Gary Raymer in 9, Chester in 76. Kelly Kinzer beginning to gain a little ground on Dale Blaney now. Dale Blaney continues to lead with the Kinzer. Kinzer down the inside of Blaney. Kinzer moves in on Blaney. Kelly Kinzer has just moved around Dale Blaney. Kelly Kinzer takes some of the lead in 4K. Dale Blaney down to second. Bob Finley, Fred Raymer, Gary White, Chester. That was a white flag lap. Believe me, Kelly Kinzer comes home with a comes home the winner of the Southwest's Crest Line. Second heat, there he is, Kelly Kinzer. Let's give him a big hand there. Kelly Kinzer had a nice move. I talked to him a little earlier trying to run the bottom of this racetrack, and he's certainly done it real well. So believe me, he had the right setup as far as the track conditions go tonight for Kelly Kinzer in that 4K. Then a Dale Blaney in that car number 93, finishing in the number 2 spot. See if Joey can pull it off again to take that lead on this start. Joey Saldana, 17 on the inside. Kenny Jacobs in car number 21G outside as we're about ready to get underway with our Southwest Class third heat. Looks good as they come out of 3, ready to put the hammer down. Saldana's already got it down. Yeah, Saldana. Joey Saldana with a big lead in that car number 17 as Kenny Jacobs battling it out now for the number 2 spot. Danny Smith in car number 92. There's Kenny Jacobs in car number 21. Saldana in 17. Danny Smith in that car number 92, holding on to the number 2 position. Then it's Jacobs in car number 21. Running third. Jacobs got a little bit behind now. But now Nikolowski goes into the 3rd spot now. Jacobs back to 4th in car number 21 now. Still your leaders. Joey Saldana in car number 17. Danny Smith in 92, Nikolowski in 1. Jacobs in 21. Joe Gurney in car number 8. Joey Saldana with a pretty good lead in 17. Danny Smith in 92, Nikolowski in 1. Kenny Jacobs in 21, being challenged by Joe Gurney in that car number 8. Joe Gurney trying to move around. Kenny Jacobs can't quite do it. While Joey Saldana in 17 continues to lead this one by quite a margin. Over second place, Danny Smith in 92. Danny Nikolowski on the board in that 3rd position. There's Kenny Jacobs running 4th. Joe Gurney is 5th in the 8th. Joey Saldana getting by a lap car now in that car number 17. A white flag lap. Danny Smith is 2nd. Danny Lasowski, Kenny Jacobs, Joe Gurney, Lance DeWeese. Joey Saldana, number 17, Danny Smith, Duke Lasowski, Kenny Jacobs, Joe Gurney, Lance DeWeese. Let's hear it for Joey Saldana, race fans. Here he is. Let's hear it for Joey Saldana at car number 17. Danny Smith at car number 92. Finishing in that 2nd spot. Then it was Danny Lasowski in that car number 1. Kenny Jacobs held on the 4th spot there. I'll tell you what, a real good run for Kenny Jacobs in a very strange car.
And Joe Gurney. Heads up for the UMP Modified Pit area, gentlemen. UMP Last Chance Consi number 1, you need to be staged immediately. All of your Consi races, there'll be 3 UMP Modified Consis. The top 2 will go in those events, gentlemen. It's time to stage them.
Okay, pick your favorite outs. Who's going to win this one and see who's going to be around for this evening's feature event. Pick an early winner. Figure who you think's going to win this feature this evening. Certainly going to be interesting when we get it all lined up. Kenny Adams in 88A, Todd Schaefer in 88S, ready to put the hammer down. And we got the green out. And we got it going. Kenny Adams out there early. And we almost a problem there. But everybody got by okay. So Kenny Adams out that car number 88A by a big margin. Todd Schaefer in 88. So Kenny Adams with a good move early in the race, and we got a real battle going on there. But that's Dean Jacobs moving up in that car number 8, DJ. And then we got Todd Schaefer in that car number 88 running that 3rd spot. Oh, and we got a problem here. We got a flat tire on the front stretch. Got a lot of debris on the front stretch. That looked like Kevin Gobrecht's car number 11 with the flat tire, and pieces of the tire were all over the racetrack, and some of it, I guess, went up in the stands. Our T-shirt trailer picked up some of the fine racing designs they've got this year with the T-shirts, also caps on sale. Stop by, tell them hello there, say hello to Bridget. About ready to get the hammer down this time. The cone is out. We're ready to go at it. And we got him going. A good start for Kenny Adams. Dean Jacobs dropped back just a little bit. Let Kenny Adams stretch that lead now. Todd Schaefer at 88. Joe Rowan at 52. Malcolm Tom at 1. Still your leader, and we got a problem. Dean Jacobs has just taken a little lead from Kenny Adams. Kenny Adams into the pit area and out of the race. Dean Jacobs in car number 8 DJ is now your leader. Adams in the pit area and out of the race. There's your leader, Dean Jacobs. Todd Schaefer, Frankie Kerr, Joe Rowe, Billy Powell. Got a red flag. Kenny Adams went into the pit area. I guess he jumped out of the car on the backstretch, so he is out of the car. I don't know just who the driver is yet. As soon as I find out, I'll pass it along. But he is out of the car. Okay, we're going to find out just who it is over there. We can't seem to see from this area. And, okay, we're still trying to check it out, find out who it is.
Just saw a host of those folks up in the VIP tower. Hey, y'all, wave down to the crowd that's walking around below you. They're having a good time out there, enjoying the races that they're sponsoring here tonight. We appreciate it. All right, Roy Salt, we're about ready to go.
Dean Jacobs about ready to put the hammer down. Got it going. Todd Schaefer at car number 88. Running into second spot. Frankie Kerr making a move to go into the number 2 spot. Frankie Kerr in that car number 23 has gone out after our leader, Dean Jacobs. Dean Jacobs at 8, Frankie Kerr at 23, Todd Schaefer at 88, Billy Powell at 1, Joe Rowan 52. Dean Jacobs still holding off the challenges now, but I'll tell you what, on the move is Frankie Kerr at 23, Todd Schaefer at 88, Joe Rowan 52, Billy Powell at 1. Dean Jacobs continues to lead this one at car number 8. White flag left for out of Worcester, Ohio, in that car number 8 took it home. Boy, I'll tell you, a real good move there by Dean Jacobs to hold on to that lead as well. Frankie Kerr in that car number 23, finishing in that second spot. Then Joe Rowe in 52, Billy Pouch in 1. Todd Schaefer, pardon me, 3rd. Yes, Todd did Joe Rowe. Bill Robertson still holding on in that car number 16, Schroeder in 7, and then car number 2 of Robbie Standridge. The cutoff position battling back there with Jeff Barnhart in that 2B. Butch Schroeder now really making a move on the leader. Butch Schroeder trying to come in there in that car number 7B, battling it out with Bill Robertson, Schroeder and Robertson. Robertson still leads it. Schroeder in second. Jimmy Mohan, Jeff Barnhart, Greg Wilson. Bill Robertson continues to lead it, but it looks like Bill Robertson in 16, Schroeder in 7, Jimmy Mohan in 2, Jeff Barnhart in 2B, Greg Wilson in 53. Bill Robertson continues to lead in that car number 16. Butch Schroeder in that car number 7, holding on to number 2 spot. Jimmy Mohan in car number 2. Robbie Standridge, car number 2. Bill Robertson, Butch Schroeder, Robbie Standridge, Jeff Barnhart. Still Bill Robertson, Butch Schroeder, Robbie Standridge still holding a 3rd spot. Jeff Barnhart has got to hold on now to that 4th spot. Bill Robertson, Butch Schroeder, Robbie Standridge, and Jeff Barnhart. White flag left out coming up. Bill Robertson about to come around to the checkered flag in that car number 16. Yep.
Serving as the honorary starter for the next B main for our UMP modified cars, our good friend Sonny, the man in the black hat. He's from all David Lovers, your name in the tower. All right, Roy Soft, 1 to go is the signal from the flag stand, just about ready to settle. Who'll be the final 4 transfers to the A main?
Look at those twin cars on the front. Isn't that unusual? The 22 and the 76 of the Chaptons. Jamie Chesson in 22C and PJ Chesson in 76. Lance DeWeese in 461. Jeff Shepard in 4J. Boy, I'll tell you what, like you mentioned a little bit earlier there, top 4 will advance. Going to be quite a hustle going on there, trying to be in that. Nobody wants to be out of this feature event here this evening. Jamie Klesson and PJ Chesson ready to put the hammer down. And it looks like we've got them going. That's 22, Nick Crawford. Jamie Chesson in 22 and taken off, and now PJ back to the 3rd spot already. And it looks like we're going to do it again. John trying to motion him in off the racetrack. Evidently couldn't get it up to speed. And we're going underway. Once again, Chesson in number 22, but Jeff Shepard in 4J now takes over that number 1 spot. Jeff Shepard, and then it's Jamie Chesson, and then it's PJ Chesson. And now, Jeff Shepard battling it out with Jamie Chesson. Jamie Chesson back to the number 2 spot, and we've got another one over in 3 and 4. Kevin Huntley in car number 7. Or that could have been Butch Schroeder in that car number 7. Both of them. Boy, I'll tell you, that's unusual. Butch Schroeder in the 7B and Kevin Huntley in the regular 7. Both of those cars very similar in paint schemes. Okay, ready to put the hammer down. Jamie Plesson in car number 22C and PJ Chesson in 76. Jamie coming out early again at car number 22. PJ in 76 going right with me. PJ and James out front now. The Chesson people out front in 76 and 22. 22 and 76. Jeff Shepard in 4J. Lance Deweese in 461. Caution out. Chesson in 22C and PJ Chesson in 76. The Chesson clan on the front row. James Chesson in 22, PJ in 76. We're going at it another time. And it looks like the 22 out front. Chesson in 22 out front. PJ in car number 76 running in that number 2 spot. There's Johnny Madison in 65, Kenny Adams in 88. And we've got a problem. Brian Ellenberger. A little bit disgusted. Walking over towards the infield area. PJ and James. I think Lance Deweese will have something to say about that in that car number 461. And it'll look good now as we get into turn number 4. We've got the hammer down and we're on at it. And a little bit different that time. James Chesson in car number 22. But PJ not going to let him go too far away. PJ falls into that number 2 spot. Then it looks like we got Kenny Adams on the move in car number 88. Kenny Adams running in that 3rd spot in car number 88. So James Chesson out front in car number 22, and then PJ Chesson in that car number 76. Kenny Adams in 88 running in that 3rd spot. And now look at Jack Honshield in that car number 22. Jack Honshield just goes into the 3rd spot in car number 22. Honshield on the move now as he takes over the 3rd spot. Jack Honshield in car number 22 into the 3rd spot. James Chesson in car number 22, PJ Chesson in 76. Honshield in 22. Kenny Adams in the 88. James Chesson, PJ Chesson. Jack Honshield, Kenny Adams, Lance Deweese, Jeff Shepard. James Chesson continues to lead this one. Right there is your leader, James Chesson. PJ Chesson, Jack Honshield. Kenny Adams about to get overtaken there. The race is up for grabs. James Chesson. Jack Honshield now into the number 2 spot. PJ Chesson back to 3rd now. Honshield really going out after it in this race in that car number 22. James Chesson, Jack Honshield, PJ Chesson, Lance Deweese, Kenny Adams. James Chesson continues to lead it down the front stretch in that car number 22. Jack Honshield in 22. PJ Chesson in 76. Lance Deweese in 461. Kenny Adams in 88. Jeff Shepard in the 4J. James Chesson. Jack Honshield. PJ Chesson. Lance Deweese. Jeff Shepard. Kenny Adams. A white flag lap now for James Chesson, Jack Honshield, PJ Chesson, Lance Deweese, Jeff Shepard, Kenny Adams. James Chesson, Jack Honshield, PJ Chesson. James Chesson in that car number 76. Then with Jack Honshield in that car number 22. James, I'll tell you, you worked hard for that one, but you really come on good. You've never been here before.
No, I've never been here. It's pretty new to me. We've been running here pretty well the last couple nights, but we've been struggling a little bit in the A main, and I don't know. I was pretty happy to come out and do well in the B because then it sets me up pretty well for the A.
Okay, was that your brother in that 76?
Yeah, it was. I'm just glad he made it in too. That really makes me happy too.
Okay, I noticed though that you were challenging him early in the race there several times on those starts. Any kind of difference there? Do you give anybody any quarter?
Well, you know, Sammy's been helping us both out with the starts tonight, and that's really been a great big help. Just driving off the corners the way we are, and we were hoping that we'd finish 1-2, but you know, that's good enough for me that we both finished up front.
Let's hear it again for James Chesson. There he is. Good.
It's about set for the final consi for the UMP Modifieds. Bringing you all the action. Get ready, race fans, as they come out of turns 3 and 4. Everybody in turn 4 on your feet. Be waving at them because they're waving back at you. Ready to rock and roll here in the All-Star Circuit Sprint feature. Texas, Gary Ryan and Greg Hudnett on the front row. Here's Roy Salt to call the action.
Ready to put the hammer down, and they're gone. And it looks like Greg Hudnett in that car number 12. Oh, it looks like we got a problem already on the front stretch. Problem already. We'll need a push truck on the front stretch, please. Looks like a couple got together, but no damage the way it looks. So we'll probably get back on the way rather hurriedly. So this is our complete restart. About ready to put the hammer down with Gary Wright and Greg Hudnett. Hudnett in that car number 12, back out there again. Gary Wright in car number 9. Lance DeWeese in 461, running in that 3rd spot. Greg Hudnett made a pretty good jump then in that car number 12 and continues to lead it. But Gary Wright in 9. Lance DeWeese in 461, Frankie Kerr in car number 23. Greg Hudnett now is pretty good lead in car number 12 over second place Gary Wright in 9. Lance DeWeese has just gone into that 3rd spot, but now Frankie Kerr starting to come right back. DeWeese in 461 in the 3rd spot. Frankie Kerr back to 4th now in car number 23. Billy Pouch in car number 1 is in the 5th spot. But Greg Hudnett still with a pretty good lead in that car number 12. Hudnett in 12. Gary Wright in 9. Lance DeWeese in 461. Pouch in 1. Kerr in 23. Billy Pouch beginning to move up, but we've got a problem down here in turn number 4, but they keep on going. Everything looks good. Moves up the crowd just a little bit. So Greg Hudnett in car number 12 is still your leader. Hudnett in 12 continues to lead it. Right there he is down the front stretch. Gary Wright in 9, DeWeese in 461, Pouch in 1. So Greg Hudnett in that car number 12, moving right on through the field now, continues to lead it. There he goes in turn number 1. Here, Greg Hudnett Hodnett in 12. Greg Hodnett in that car number 12. There he is, your leader. Gary Wright in 9. DeWeese in 461. Pouch in number 1. And it looks like Billy Pouch is just going around Lance DeWeese. Billy Pouch on the move in that car number 1. Greg Hodnett in 12 continues to lead it. Gary Wright in 9. Pouch in 1. DeWeese in 461. Greg Hodnett in that car number 12 continues to lead this one. Hodnett in 12. Wright in 9. Gary Wright in that car number 9, and then Billy Pouch in car number 1 running in the 3rd spot. Greg Hodnett threading the needle very well, and into turn number 1, Gary Wright in 9, Billy Pouch in 1. Greg Hodnett still continues to lead this one in that car number 12. Going to run into a little bit of traffic. There he is, Hodnett in 12. Billy Pouch has now moved around Gary Wright. Billy Pouch is on the move in that car number 1, and we got a caution. Greg Hodnett in that car number 12 has really got the hammer down, continues to lead that one, but Billy Pouch has been the guy on the move. I think it'll revert back where Gary Wright will be still running in 2nd. Billy Pouch will be running in that 3rd spot in car number 1. I think so.
Golly molly, Roy. Billy Pouch is on the move.
You know, there's plenty of laps left, and anything can happen in this race, but Greg Hodnett seems to have everything in hand right now, running up front like he is. He's had a clear track the last few laps here, and certainly has begun to pull away. But we've got a green about ready to go, and I think we're going to have the hammer down with Hodnett ready to go back at it, and we've got him gone. But Billy Pouch down on the bottom. Hodnett, now Billy Pouch trying to make a move on a lap car there. And now Billy Pouch gets in that solid 2nd place. Going out after Greg Hodnett now. Hodnett in 12, Pouch in 1, and we've got the caution. Roll. Ready to go back at it another time. Billy Pouch trying to get down on the bottom already, trying to move into that number 2 spot solid, and that's what he done. Billy Pouch down there early, but not going to let that happen, and Greg Hodnett continues to lead it. Now Pouch has got a clear track, going out after Hodnett. Greg Hodnett down on the bottom of the racetrack. Billy Pouch in 1. Gary Wright in that car number 9 now. Wright running in the 3rd spot in car number 9. Greg Hodnett in that car number 12 runs down on the bottom there. Pouch in 1, trying to find a little bit of the racetrack. But Hodnett has got this down pat. Seems to know where to run on the racetrack. Hodnett trying to get down in the loose stuff. It's clear down on the bottom. Hodnett in 12, Pouch in 1. Gary Wright in that car number 9. And look at Dale Blaney. Blaney's beginning to move up. And now Billy Pouch beginning to gain a little bit of ground on him. But Hodnett continues to lead it. Greg Hodnett in that car number 12 continues to lead it with Billy Pouch in car number 1, still holding on to that number 2 spot. Can he do it? But Hodnett got several car length lead over Billy Pouch in that 1. And Gary Wright trying to move up now, but is quite a distance away. Hodnett in 12. Greg Hodnett, that car number 12, still on the move and continues to lead it. Hodnett in 12. Pouch in 1. Dale Blaney up to 3rd in that car number 93. And look at Billy Pouch now, putting a little bit of pressure on Greg Hodnett. Billy Pouch on the move now, on the white flag lap. White flag lap for Greg Hodnett and Billy Pouch. Greg Hodnett still holding on. Billy Pouch still trying him. Oh, Greg Hodnett. Billy Pouch. Billy Pouch won it. Billy Pouch out of Frenchtown, New Jersey. What a remarkable run, Billy Pouch at the checkered flag taking the victory. And 3 nights of all-star circuit of champion sprint car racing, 3 different feature winners. And it came this time as a druid on the checkered flag. Billy Pouch, it looked like with about 5 laps to go, he backed up just a notch to cool the tires, and then he made the run at the last moment, taking the victory. Billy Pouch, the man with the plan on this Saturday night, the 3rd night of Speedweeks, 1999 at Volusia Speedway Park. A tremendous finale here. There's your winner, the Zimco header-sponsored machine of Billy Pouch. Up, is that true?
Yeah, well, I couldn't see where he was running when I was coming through, but to me, my best crew was dead on the bottom there, just about hitting the fence. And, you know, and like I said, when that caution come out, I could see Lee, his crew chief down there, telling him, move down, you know, and I'm like, oh, man, I hope he don't see that. And I'll tell you, I think I got to thank Lee. I think he did me a favor. I think the outside was better than 3 and 4.
See, he was a crew chief for both cars.
Yeah, he did me well.
Okay, let's hear it again for Billy Pouch, race fans. Billy Pouch is the man with the plan, as now he joins the illustrious Volusia Speedweek's trophy queen, Marlene, in Victory Lane. And a jubilant crowd indeed there are here tonight at Volusia Speedweek's only the 3rd night. We ask you to join us again tomorrow night. Night number 4 of Volusia Speedweek's 1999 continues right here on the dirt track, the big half mile.